Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more raw, emotional, and shocking stories. And after this, share your thoughts in the comments. I want to know how you would have reacted in my place. It started with a confession I wasn't prepared for. She sat across from me, eyes avoiding mine, twisting her hands nervously. Then she said it. "I'm leaving you for Anthony." The world slowed. My chest tightened, my stomach dropped. For a moment, I felt frozen, shocked, hurt, confused. But I didn't react. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I simply sat there, letting the words sink in, watching her fidget under the weight of what she had just admitted. Weeks before, I had noticed subtle signs. Late nights, whispered calls, sudden interest in things she never cared about before. I had questioned myself constantly. Had I done something wrong? Was I too distant? Had I missed the warning signs? But I never expected her to come out and say it directly. I stayed calm that day, not out of ignorance, but out of control. I knew any reaction would give her power over my emotions, so I said nothing. I let her leave the room, her confession hanging between us like a storm cloud. That silence became my armor, my quiet way of processing betrayal. Over the next few days, I replayed her words in my mind over and over. Every laugh, every touch, every shared memory suddenly felt fragile, tinged with the sting of her hidden intentions. I realized that love, when mixed with betrayal, becomes a dangerous illusion, a life you thought was yours quietly slipping away. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I planned. I gathered my thoughts, my evidence of her lies, the subtle signs I had ignored. I wanted to act decisively, to reclaim my life rather than react in blind rage. Every message, every hidden text, every little hint she had left behind became a piece of the truth I could no longer ignore. And then the moment came. She returned one evening, expecting me to react the way I always had, angry, desperate, begging her to stay. But this time I was different. I was calm, measured, unshakable. "I know about Anthony," I said quietly. Her eyes widened in shock. "I know everything. And this ends now." She tried to protest, to justify, to cry, but I didn't falter. The trust had been broken, the line crossed, and I refused to allow her to control me any longer. I made it clear. She could leave, she could take her choices, but I would not allow her betrayal to dominate my life. The aftermath was brutal. Memories that had once brought comfort now stung like salt in a wound. Every inside joke, every shared secret, every moment of intimacy was now colored by her betrayal. Yet, even in that pain, I felt clarity. I had chosen myself, my dignity, and my future over someone who had already decided to leave. In the weeks that followed, I focused on rebuilding. Friends, passions, routines I had neglected, these became my anchor. I reflected on the lessons learned. Love without respect is hollow. Trust is fragile, and sometimes the strongest action is walking away with quiet confidence rather than loud confrontation. Even now, when I remember her confession, the ache remains, but it is tempered by strength. I learned that silence can be powerful, that careful planning can protect your heart, and that reclaiming your life sometimes requires more patience than anger. So before you go, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever been betrayed in a relationship? How did you handle it? I want to hear your story, because sometimes the most painful confessions teach the most important lessons. Because at the end of the day, love without loyalty is not love, and sometimes the only way to protect yourself is to act deliberately, to regain control, and to never let betrayal define your life.